Christmas is satanic, not Christ! And then all of a sudden, a couple kids come down the stairs when their asses are supposed to be asleep up in the bed because they're commie social leftist wokies people. Of course they're going to be out of bed at all hours of the night because that's when the devil roams the halls. Good old Santa Claus, he had to sell the North Pole. The taxes were just too high. What the this holiday season was really weird. Y'all want to fuck around and find out exactly how weird it got this year? Then please stay tuned. What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? I'm the Godless engineer, and normally I critically analyze apologists' claims to give you the best arguments and information so that you can stand up and use your voice. Today, we're not having our normal video, but we are going to be going through some comments, so... Hey, dipshit! I got a couple questions for you. Okay? Alright, atheist. Describe the science store where you bought your breath. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Or was it slammed against a rock and then slammed up your nose with such a force that you just jerked alive? So, wait a second. Let me make sure I got this right. You're saying that wind blew really hard on a rock and that created me, and then wind forced itself up my nose and into my lungs in order to give me life. Is that a serious question? You are breathing the breath of a living God. You did not purchase it. Where's your receipt, motherfucker? So wait, God owns the air now? Also, just because we own something, does that mean that it's not God's anymore? I mean, I thought God owned everything. What? No, you fucking asshole. It's still God's air and shit. It's just that Jesus bought it with his blood. That's my receipt. Also, don't tell me about the science of breathing and shit. This isn't about volunteer or involuntary breathing. You mean voluntary and involuntary? Also, nobody owns the air that we breathe. And the fact that you don't understand this means that you won't understand the science behind respiration. So, honestly, I wasn't even considering bringing it up. Explain whose breath you're sucking up! Nobody's? I'm not one of those people that likes to buy the bags of other people's breath. It's not yours and you're not the owner! God is, you dipshit! Now give it back or go to hell! Okay, I mean, I have no idea what that means. I have no idea how somebody can own air that is produced by nature. You're just ad hoc stating that God owns it. Now, are you going to help me with today's comments, or do you want to go and rent a hotel room for the rest of your life? What? No need for that kind of hostility there, G.E. Goddamn. I'll help you out. Oh, hey, can I also do one of those ads kind of like you did all throughout the month of November this year? I suckered someone into letting me be their spokesman. It's a product I really stand by, so I feel good about it. Yeah, I guess. But let's start with these church signs, shall we? No, Virginia, for the last fucking time, there is no Santa Claus. It's all about Jesus, you little shit. This person almost ruined Christmas for a bunch of kids in that area. Luckily, though, they spelled Santa Claus, for one, all in one word, and two, with an E at the end. Santa Claus was a movie starring Tim Allen. So yes, I would say that Santa Claus doesn't exist. But I also wouldn't be a pretentious dick and tell a bunch of kids that Santa Claus doesn't exist, because, like I said, I'm not an asshole. But apparently this pastor, or whoever runs this church or put this sign out there, is a total dickweed. I am sorry to tell you this, but Santa Claus is not coming to town. But Jesus sure as hell is, so y'all best be ready for it. I feel like there's way more of a chance of Santa coming to town than Jesus coming to town. I mean, for one thing, with the state of the United States, I feel like any actual Jesus that would be walking through a town where this sign would be up. It looks like it's from the exact same church as the last one, so, you know, these people are assholes in general. But my guess is that they'd probably call ICE on him and get him deported. So he probably wouldn't be coming to town for very long. He'd probably get kicked out of y'all's racist ass city. But also, I would say most Christians are not ready for Jesus to come to town and judge their asses. My guess is that this Jesus, if he were to have existed, would probably have a very different concept of Christianity than we do now. So my guess is that because the Christians now don't follow Old Testament laws, Jesus is going to be pretty pissed off. Like, he comes to the Christmas dinner at the church, it's like, what the fuck is all this shit? I see shrimp and shellfish over here. Why are you eating a ham? I said no to pork, motherfucker. Christmas is satanic, not Christ. You know, there's this small segment of Christians out there that think that Christmas is satanic. And they've done it in a number of ways, like they'll rearrange Santa to spell Satan and all this other stuff. But I mean, these are also the people that think that Christians can't celebrate Christmas because that's, you know, pagan shit, which technically it's based off of pagan shit. And I've made this pretty explicit in videos where I've talked about this, but it was syncretized. So there was syncretism going on. So the traditions that we have around Christmas, you know, they're Christian, but they're Christian because they took pagan shit and changed it to make it Christian. And so, saying that it's pagan, saying that it's Christian, they're both kind of correct. I don't know. I don't really get hung up on that kind of shit this time of year. It's all pretty secular to me. But in any case, focusing on the Christ part and not like the rest of Christmas, the rest of the holiday season, I think is a bit ridiculous. Stop. It's a fake religion created by a psychopath. You're not bringing in new voters. You're actually turning them away, asshole. People are tired of this pandering and bullshit. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I like how she claims that this one thing is a fake religion created by a psychopath when her own religion was created by psychopaths. Like all those people that created Judaism, which eventually turned into Christianity, they would be labeled psychopaths by today's standards. I don't know why whatever she's saying is fake with Kwanzaa. I don't know why that is any different than Christianity, other than it's just a different religion. Of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene is very Christian nationalisty, so obviously if it's anything but Christianity at this time of year or any time of year, she's not going to be happy about it, especially when it's the college Republicans that are pushing, you know, saying Happy Kwanzaa or Merry Kwanzaa or whatever. Just highlights how focused on Christian nationalism these people are by denouncing these other celebrations that take part at this time of year. I mean, it wasn't all that long ago when, Christians were taking the winter celebrations and syncretizing it with their own religion to create their own celebrations. I mean, the first Christians didn't even give a shit about Jesus' birth. They cared more about the Epiphany. That's when the Archangel Messiah figure inhabited the body of a man who was, baptized in the River Jordan by John the Baptist. That was the important date to the first Christians, not Jesus' birth. Have you ever been searching for that perfect gift for your little buddy or your little girl? Well, look no further. Billy Ray down on the corner next to the cow pasture is selling these chicken teddy bears for $35. They're homemade. He makes them himself in his little rickety shack next to the outhouse because, he doesn't have indoor plumbing. You see, chickens have a lot of extra parts when you're cooking them. So what he can do, Billy Ray, is he can make a bear out of just 2 chickens. Now, it's $25 if you supply your own chickens, but it'll be $35 if he has to go out, catch them, skin them, and kill them himself. Okay, that's just labor fees. They're edible and can be cooked once the kids are done playing with it. It's a great family activity. What are you waiting for? Come on down to Billy Ray's right next to the cow pasture and get yourself a chicken bear today. Oh my God. What the fuck is that? Someone paid you to advertise chicken parts being made into a teddy bear? And children are supposed to play with it before you cook them? Yeah, I mean, it ain't dangerous or nothing, is it? I mean, it seems like pretty harmless shit here. chicken teddy bears. Who would have thunk it, right? And then you can eat them afterwards. I gotta tell you, that sumbitch looks pretty good if it's fried up. Are you kidding me? Have you heard of salmonella? That shit'll fuck you up. Well, not if you're protected by the blood of Christ, which me and my brethren are. You think this is an ad for everybody? It's only an ad for the children of God, or, Christians. Oh, God. Okay, that is not how anything works, Brocefus. The blood of Jesus is not going to protect you against shit, okay? Oh, well, big man, godless engineer. Listen, if these offend you, if any of this offends you, get the hell out of my country. Oh, for the love of Christ, I am not offended by Christmas trees or wreaths or any other Christmas celebrations. Or the flag, for that matter. I am not offended by these things. I don't know why Christians have it in their minds that apparently Christmas and the U.S. flag and all these other innocuous things bother people. The only people that it seems to bother is Christians, because we're not more bothered by it so that we can persecute them. They have to end up making up their own persecution. For fuck's sake! Thank you, honey. Because you know what? All I want for Christmas is my country back! No! We lost it! Oh my God. I know, all you want for Christmas is your country back. But your country hasn't been taken, okay? You lost an election. It's happened multiple times in the past, all right? Just like I had to pull my fucking shorts up and deal with Trump for like 4 years, you're gonna have to do the same. And you know what? Y'all have it a lot better than we did. Well, okay, listen, hey now, there's no need to get all hostile like you're prone to get, you and your lefty, wokey, commie buddies, okay? So let's just cool down with the me sleeping in a hotel away from this beautiful house kind of talk, and let's just get back to reading these dumbass comments, right? Just forget about that whole little blackout I had just a second ago, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna narrate this meme for y'all. Okay, so picture this. Santa Claus, he's on top of the house. He's about to go inside and leave presents for all the little kitties. Little does he know, this is a leftist, communist, socialist house. So anyways, Santa's got his big tubby ass down there putting all the presents out and everything like that, doing the Lord's work, And then all of a sudden, a couple kids come down the stairs when their asses are supposed to be asleep up in the bed because they're commie, social, leftist, wokies people. Of course they're going to be out of bed at all hours of the night because that's when the devil roams the halls. And they yell at Santa, Santa, where's your vax pass, you motherfucker? And so then the little kids tell on Santa and the cops come and arrest him. Never mind that Santa's magical as shit and he can just get on up out of there, right? He could just flee right up the goddamn shit. Like, I don't know why the cops had enough time to get there, but apparently Santa waited around for the cops to haul his ass in. Of course, if anybody's watched the Santa Claus, you know that they got elves with jetpacks that'll fly down there and release him from prison with tinsel anyway. So really, this whole cartoon doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. As far as this cartoon goes, I think Brocefus nailed it on the head with how it just doesn't make any kind of fucking sense. Santa's magical. He could just whisk his shit right up out of there after the kids saw him. It doesn't really matter. Also, do viruses and shit like that affect Santa in the exact same way? I mean, he's a magical fucking being. If anybody were to have a magical force shield that is in any way created by anything, I think that it would be Santa. He could magically dust his fucking scalp with whatever kind of magic fairy dust he used to make his reindeer fly, and it could protect him against COVID. I mean, whenever you're making shit up like this, it doesn't really fucking matter. You could just say anything is true. So I don't get the purpose of this except to shit talk leftists and Democrats and people that have a very reasonable mindset about being vaccinated, instead of the anti-vax, crowd that has seemed to have exploded since the pandemic has started. I wish we could go back to a time when everybody laughed at the anti-vaxxers. Everybody blamed the anti-vaxxers for these old diseases coming back and shit. Could we all go back to that point in time when we made fun of them? being like, you're just ridiculous. Stop being ridiculous. You're causing diseases that we thought were dead to fucking come back. Could you stop? And now it's like, my body, my choice, except for when it's, pregnancies. It's not your body, your choice. But it is my body, my choice for me to cough on you and give you an illness that could kill you. My body, my choice. And now, a message from Santa Claus. Well, kiddies, the elves quit because of the vaccine mandates. They didn't want to get them, so I had to fire their ass, and my old ass is not going to put together all your toys this year. The reindeer were trampled at the southern border. I guess this is an admittance that Trump didn't do his job and put up fencing like he had promised he would, but we're just gonna not really focus on that right now because them damn commie leftists want to just let in all the fucking people from everywhere else through the southern border so they'll kill Santa Claus's reindeers. I mean, who wants that? But it happens, sadly enough, so Santa Claus ain't coming this year due to reindeer shortages. Also, since Santa only flies at night, the sled won't run because we can only use solar power now. So, obviously, Santa's out of the business there, too. So, you don't have no reindeer, and it also doesn't run on solar, which this particular point doesn't make a lot of sense neither because Santa's always been magic. Like, he doesn't even run on gasoline. So I don't even know why the whole solar part would even matter. It's not like the fucker Superman or something. Good old Santa Claus, he had to sell the North Pole. The taxes were just too high. I cannot believe they are taxing the rich. I mean, listen, if you tax a billionaire at just a reasonable 50 or 65%, they are only going to be millionaires now. And those billionaires can't do shit with millions of dollars. They're basically poor. They're going to have to eat out of the gutters. What are you doing? Also, Santa's homeless and unemployed since his reindeer got killed. The sleigh won't slide because it doesn't run on solar, and I guess they run out of magic fairy dust, and all the elves quit. So I mean, he's homeless and he's just unemployed. And of course, Santa's asking for some help this year. He has come to you once again asking for another cash infusion. This is a reverse Christmas this year because instead of leaving presents, Santa's actually going to come and take your shit because he's poor. Merry Christmas, y'all. Also, just to let y'all know, and to quote a very famous person that's actually on the opposite side of everything that I stand for, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, normally, I just gotta say, we would be on the opposite sides of the civil rights issue, but on this particular instance, we stand side by side because obviously MLK Jr. would stand with me on this whole vaccine thing and Democrats and everything like that. So, I mean, I think that we'd stand shoulder to shoulder, but different. Trust in God, except to design the human body. Trust in God, not the government. But also, Donald, please come back. Help! Oh, this Santa message. Why? Again, it's the same thing with the Santa cartoon. These things are magical creatures. Why can't they just have some magical dust that they sprinkle on their heads and it protects them from COVID? Also, I really don't think that Santa would be an anti-vaxxer. I don't think the elves would be anti-vaxxers. But then again, we're making shit up, so I can say anything right now and it would be true. Also, it's really cringy to hear these Christian nationalist people use Martin Luther King Jr.'s quotes. Because for the most part, I feel like most of the people that are on that side, on the side of the anti-vaxxers, like the Republican extremists and everything like that. I'm not saying all Republicans, obviously. I'm saying the extremist portion of the Republican Party right now. They would definitely be the ones protesting a little black girl from going to school with white children. So the entire plight of the religious and political extremists on the right now are so antithetical to Martin Luther King Jr.'s goals. It's a mindfuck to see them use Martin Luther King Jr. as if as if they would be on his side. They wouldn't be. Oh, hey, I've actually got a miracle story for you. Oh, yeah? What happened? I'm seriously doubting that it was a miracle. Well, here's how it happened. Close your eyes and just imagine it, will you? All right. So I was at Target the other day, and when I was checking out, I said, "Happy Holidays" to the cashier, and they said, "Merry Christmas" back to me. And I told them, Biden said we're not allowed to say that. And they said, "I'm not letting Brandon take away my freedom of speech. This is America." And then they shouted, "Merry Christmas!" And then I said, "Merry Christmas." And they said, "Say it louder." And we both shouted, "Merry Christmas!" And everyone in the store applauded. Bullshit. That did not happen. Are you saying that I suck Satan's Santa dick? What? No. Just that nobody has told you can't say Merry Christmas. Especially not Biden. Here, look at this tweet that Biden's office, or Biden himself, I don't know who the fuck ever, put out about Christmas. Oh, okay, well let me check this bitch out. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas. May your time with loved ones be filled with warmth, comfort, and joy this holiday season. Oh my God, why is he so afraid to say Merry Christmas? Trump wasn't afraid to say it. Oh my God, the first thing he said was Merry fucking Christmas. He said it. Were you not reading the same tweet that I was? See, this is what I mean by Christians having to just blatantly make up persecution because they're not being persecuted enough. It's like when I see people say that Biden should be impeached. For what? What has Biden done? Had a sensible take on vaccines? Has he fought to get more people vaccinated? Has he made it easier for people to get vaccinated? Has he done a lot of things for the country already? He spent the first few months in office undoing everything that Trump fucked up. That's a digression. Nobody has said you can't say Merry Christmas. And for the private companies out there that prefer you to say Happy Holidays because we live in a diverse country and they don't want to offend people when they come through, so Happy Holidays is just an easy way to communicate that, you know, we want you to have a good time this year and everything like that. We hope you're having a great holiday season. Like, I don't see a problem with that. Why do you have to force Christmas into everything and then paint that as persecution? What? Oh man. All right, that's enough of the comments. I feel like this year's been a clusterfuck, at least not a clusterfuck in the same way that 2020 was. But I do have some concerns over family photos this year. And I'm not talking about the family photos of people holding guns that are possibly illegal, but in any case, I'm not talking about the guns. I'm talking about the ones we're about to look at. Like this one right here. That baby is not excited for the gun. That baby doesn't even know it has a tongue. Look, it's fucking around, like the baby is fucking around with its tongue right now, not even looking at the gun, looking at, I don't know, something shiny 3 inches in front of her face that's not the gun because it's not shiny. Don't put guns in the hands of children. Next up is this disturbing as fuck photo. All right, let's start with the one at the top left. Now you see one commonality between all of these photos in this picture is that all of the men in it, including the little boys, are holding up thumbs ups and the little chalkboard is saying, "Finally, peace on earth." But this guy right up here in the top left has not only duct taped over his wife and daughter's mouth to, I guess, make them shut up in honor of the Lord, but also has tied them up with lights. How, as a photographer, like, I don't know if these were like professionally shot or if they just put a camera on a timer and there was nobody behind the camera, but how do you seriously propose this and not come off seeming like you're a little bit of a psychopath here? All right, now listen, guys, I got the perfect family Christmas card idea, okay? Now listen, honey, you know how you can't shut the fuck up all year? And also, daughter, do you know how you also do not shut the fuck up all year? Well, we're just going to duct tape you shut, your mouth shut because, just want you to shut up for a minute, okay? But not only that, I'm going to tie you up like we have kidnapped you and we're holding you for ransom. From whom? I don't know. But the point is that you shut up and you're tied up, and that's how you'll probably be for 2022. How do you seriously propose this and not get like awkward looks like, I don't know about this. This seems like a social media like no here. No. I feel like that's the only answer to that proposal. No. Normal photograph, please. I can't imagine being in the mindset of thinking that it would be better for KC not to talk and to shut up and to treat my child like that, which, I mean, we don't have a daughter, but if we did have a daughter, the first thing to come to mind wouldn't be duct taping over her mouth. At least, I don't know, not as old as these kids are right here. I feel like this kind of highlights some innate misogyny that is working throughout these photos. And I don't know exactly where it comes from. Maybe it's traditional values, because those traditional values are like very misogynistic. But just the fact that it's there in these photos, and these people thought that these were fine pictures to take. They posed for these photos. They knew what was happening. Final family picture for today. This one is particularly disturbing. Let's go through the proposal for this photo. All right, honey, now listen. All right, I got a bang up idea for our engagement announcement photo, okay? You know how it's winter and right now we're like hunting deer and killing Bambi and shit? How about this? I get on my onesie that is camouflaged, right? And then you dress up as a deer. And then you know that really great photo I got hanging in the hallway there, me holding up the deer's head? You be the deer and I will hold up your head as if I have just murdered you, or well, killed you, whatever. I mean, deer. Anyways, I've just killed you, okay? And that'll be the picture. How do you seriously propose this? So the text says, my daughter Paisley and future son-in-law Shadrach engagement pictures turned out precious. The way the photographer emphasized Paisley is a catch warmed all of our hearts. Or I guess as a catch? I mean, I really don't know. But how do you as a photographer propose this? It's like, all right, guys, let's, I got something for you. It's a little bit out there. How about she's a deer and you hunted and killed her? Nope, it's meant to symbolize that she is a really good shot. I mean, really good, something to hunt and a prize. That's what I'm looking for. She is a prize worth mounting on your wall. How is this normal? Like, how does this not pique someone's like eyebrow and is like, maybe this is a bad idea? I feel like we've had a few too many domestic violence situations where the girlfriend, the wife, or what, the significant other has gone missing, and it's the other spouse that has done it. And I feel like this will be exhibit A when it comes to whatever in the fuck's gonna happen to this relationship. But in any case, that's all the comments, at least all the good ones that I could find. I really hope to do more of these comments videos in 2022. Let me know down below what your favorite comment was. Every single like little skit or the ad or everything from this was pulled from comments that I've gotten. So let me know which one's your favorite down below in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, why don't you smash that like button and subscribe if you like videos like this, because we got more coming. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens.